Have you ever hit share screen during a Zoom call and thought, what if they see that tab? Maybe it's your online shopping cart filled with impulse buys, or worse, a tab titled, How to Stop Procrastinating, starting tomorrow. Relatable? Absolutely. But let me tell you something far less funny. While your coworkers might chuckle at your questionable browsing habits, hackers are having a field day. That little share screen button? To them, it's a treasure chest filled with your most sensitive information. If you're not careful, you might be handing over passwords, bank details, or confidential work files without even realizing it. Today, we're diving deep into what hackers can see when you share your screen. From minor slip-ups to major vulnerabilities, we'll cover everything, including how to outsmart those lurking hackers. By the end, you'll be a screen-sharing ninja, armed with all the tools to keep your digital life secure. When you hit share screen, you're basically inviting everyone, coworkers, classmates, and potentially hackers, to peek into your digital world. Sure, you might think you're only sharing a PowerPoint presentation or a specific browser tab, but all it takes is one quick slip-up, and suddenly, your entire desktop, notifications, and browser history are fair game. Imagine this. You're sharing a budget spreadsheet during a meeting. Everything seems fine until, oops! A notification pops up in the corner of your screen. Your Amazon order for a disco ball has shipped. Embarrassing, sure, but not the end of the world. Now imagine the notification said something like, your password has been reset. Click here to confirm. A hacker watching the session could take advantage of that in seconds. Let's step into the world of real-life screen-sharing disasters, because these cautionary tales highlight why it's crucial to be careful. In one infamous case, a manager was presenting a quarterly performance report during a Zoom meeting. Everything was going smoothly until they accidentally switched to a browser tab containing confidential salary information for the team. Awkward doesn't even begin to describe it. If hackers had been lurking in that meeting, they could have easily screenshotted the data for later use. Then there's the teacher who accidentally shared their email inbox while trying to show a class assignment. Among the emails, messages detailing disciplinary actions against students. The result? Privacy violations, parental complaints, and a very red-faced teacher. Finally, let's not forget the remote worker who shared their screen during a client call, only for a personal text message to pop up. Don't forget to pick up the diaper rash cream. While it's funny in hindsight, moments like these can expose more than just your shopping list. They can also reveal patterns about your life that hackers might exploit. Now, let's talk about the scary part: how hackers actually exploit screen sharing. There are several techniques they use, and understanding them is the first step to protecting yourself. First is screen recording malware. This is a classic hacker trick. Malware installed on your device can silently record your screen activity, capturing everything you do. Whether it's entering passwords, typing in credit card details, or opening confidential documents, the malware doesn't miss a thing. Worse, this spyware often works invisibly, so you might never realize you're being recorded. Next is network interception. Imagine you're at a coffee shop, enjoying free Wi-Fi while sharing your screen during a meeting. Sounds harmless, right? Not exactly. Public Wi-Fi networks are notorious for being unsecured, and hackers can easily intercept your data. Screen sharing sessions are no exception. Everything you share could be captured in real time. Another technique is uninvited meeting guests. Remember Zoom bombing? Hackers, or even bored trolls, crashed unsecured Zoom meetings during the early days of the pandemic. While many platforms have since improved their security features, poorly configured meeting settings can still allow uninvited guests to slip in. Once inside, these eavesdroppers can silently observe or record everything happening in the meeting. Hackers don't always rely on advanced tools. Sometimes, they manipulate people directly. For instance, they might impersonate a legitimate participant, ask seemingly innocent questions, and trick you into revealing sensitive information during the call. Here's a fascinating angle: the psychology of oversharing during screen sharing. Why do people expose so much information without realizing it? The answer lies in the illusion of control. When you're sharing your screen, it's easy to think, I've got this. They're only seeing what I want them to see. But the reality is different. Between cluttered desktops, random notifications, and accidental tab switches, there's always a risk of revealing something unintended. Even file names can be revealing. A document called passwords.final.xlsx is practically an invitation for hackers. Similarly, bookmarks in your browser, such as bank login or crypto wallet, provide valuable clues. Screen sharing while multitasking? Bad idea. Imagine you're on a work call, sharing a PowerPoint presentation, and you switch tabs to check your email. For that brief moment, everyone can see your inbox. Maybe it's filled with harmless newsletters. But what if there's an email titled, "Reset Your Password"? Hackers love this kind of accidental exposure. It's like free intel. Now that we've sufficiently scared you, let's talk solutions. The good news is that staying safe while screen sharing isn't rocket science. Here's a step-by-step guide. Start by tidying up. Move sensitive files to a separate folder, or better yet, off your desktop entirely. A clean desktop isn't just professional, it's secure. Most platforms let you share a specific window instead of your entire screen. This simple feature can prevent accidental oversharing. Before sharing your screen, enable Do Not Disturb mode to silence pop-ups. It's a quick fix that can save you from embarrassment and potential risks. If you have a dual monitor setup, make sure the monitor you're not sharing doesn't display anything sensitive. It's easy to forget which screen is being broadcast. Before a meeting, log out of personal accounts or switch to a work-specific profile. This reduces the chance of exposing private information. If you're on public Wi-Fi, always use a virtual private network, VPN. It encrypts your data, making it harder for hackers to intercept. Before the meeting, do a quick test to see exactly what's visible. This extra step can help you catch potential slip-ups before they happen. If you're working with especially sensitive data, consider advanced strategies. Some tools allow you to blur or mask parts of your screen. Use this to hide anything you don't want others to see. Zoom, Microsoft Teams, and others offer end-to-end encryption, ensuring your shared data is secure from start to finish. Disable the ability for participants to record the session unless absolutely necessary. Let's clear up some common misconceptions about screen sharing, because misinformation can be just as dangerous as a hacker. Hackers don't discriminate. Whether you're a CEO or a student, if you're careless, you're a target. While platforms like Zoom and Teams are secure, no tool is completely hacker-proof. Always use built-in security features and stay updated. Modern hacking techniques are designed to be invisible. If malware is silently recording your screen, you might never notice. Let's lighten things up with some relatable screen sharing scenarios. You're presenting a PowerPoint, but your desktop wallpaper is a meme of a cat wearing sunglasses. The team laughs, but the hacker takes note of the folder labeled Passwords Final. Mid-meeting, you accidentally switch to a browser tab titled Vacation Spots for Introverts. Everyone chuckles, but the hacker's already scanning your bookmarks for banking links. You're demoing software to a client, and a notification pops up. Reminder, anniversary dinner tonight. Funny for the team, but a hacker now knows a little too much about your personal life. Screen sharing is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it's an essential tool for collaboration and productivity. On the other hand, it's a potential goldmine for hackers. Think of your screen as a stage. Before you perform, you'd make sure your costume is on point, your lines are memorized, and there's no spinach in your teeth. Treat screen sharing the same way. Prepare, tidy up, and double-check everything before you go live. Screen sharing is one of the most useful tools of our digital age, but it's also one of the riskiest if handled carelessly. The next time you hit share screen, remember, it's not just your coworkers or clients watching. Hackers are always on the lookout for opportunities, and your careless moment could be their jackpot. By following the tips we've covered, cleaning up your desktop, using window-specific sharing, disabling notifications, and more, you can confidently share your screen without exposing sensitive information. And speaking of staying secure, take it a step further by downloading tools like LogMeOnce to safeguard your passwords and passkeys. Because let's face it, your digital life deserves more protection than password 123. Stay safe, stay smart, and happy screen sharing.